Art Deco jewellery represents one of the most important artistic styles of the first half of the 20th century. A mix of social, economic and technological changes made it possible. The style got its name from the 1925 International Exhibition of Decorative and Industrial Arts in Paris. But you can see the style and the ideas behind it even before World War I in industrial and fine arts. Art Deco became popular because of industrialization at the turn of the century, new technologies, and the way society changed after the war. By changing social structures, we mainly mean the increasing freedom of women, the growth of the middle class, and the gradual loosening of the aristocratic, hierarchical social order. As a result of the First World War, a significant number of women entered the workforce, gained more independent lives, and this social dynamic also appeared in their clothing and jewelry-wearing habits. In terms of technology, innovations such as the refinement of platinum processing, the development of diamond-cutting technologies, and the reliable manufacturing of synthetic gemstones revolutionized jewelry making. In this era, jewelry, in addition to its aesthetic role, also reflected the wearer's social status, taste, level of modernity, and cultural awareness. There's a close connection between Art Deco fashion and the jewelry people wore. Women's fashion in this time was totally different from the tight, over-the-top and structured clothes of the past. Straight dresses that flowed out at the hips became popular. They often had small beadwork, sequins, or geometric patterns. And these dresses looked great with the bold but simple Art Deco jewelry. Short hairstyles like the bob were part of flapper fashion. These let women wear long, dangling earrings, which not only looked good but also fit in with this new idea of what a woman should be. Deep necklines and sleeveless dresses provided the perfect canvas for showcasing striking necklaces, bracelets, and rings. Fashion not only allowed, but actively encouraged the prominent and frequent wearing of jewelry. This allowed women to express their modern style, social status, and connection to the era's visual culture. Coco Chanel played a key role in changing fashion during the Art Deco period and setting new standards for modern women's clothing. Her style broke away from the traditional overly decorated corseted women's clothing and instead introduced simple, functional yet elegant lines, which were in perfect harmony with Art Deco's design principles. Chanel's innovative spirit extended not only to clothing, but also to jewelry. She was one of the first designers to openly promote wearing costume jewelry, making jewelry accessible to everyone. Instead of real gemstones, she often used glass or plastic pieces, which she boldly mixed and matched even with the simplest clothes. This attitude contributed to jewelry becoming not just a status symbol, but also a means of aesthetic self-expression, following the rise of female autonomy and the modernization of visual culture. The jewelry of this time was really different from the natural, curvy designs of the Art Nouveau period that came before it. Instead, geometric shapes, symmetry, and clean lines became super popular. Art movements like Cubism, Futurism, and Constructivism influenced how jewelry was designed, and cool visual elements from ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Aztecs, and African cultures were added to the mix. The discovery of King Tut's tomb in 1922 was a really big deal. All the golden jewels found inside changed how European jewelry looked. Following the discovery, stylized Egyptian motifs like the scarab beetle and the sun disk started showing up more and more, or the Ankh cross. These weren't just pretty, they had symbolic meaning too. These elements gave the jewelry a new exotic feel, while also fitting in perfectly with the Art Deco style. Art Deco jewelry loved geometric shapes. Triangles, trapezoids, rhombuses, circles, parallel lines, and repeating step and zigzag patterns showed up not only in the overall design, but also in how the stones were cut. When it came to cutting techniques, angular stone shapes became popular, like the baguette cut, the emerald cut, or the asher cut. Unlike the round, brilliant cuts that were popular before, these cuts focused less on sparkle and more on clean lines and structure. Gold was gradually replaced by platinum and white gold, which provided a stronger and more durable base for precise settings, while also visually enhancing the color and sparkle of gemstones. The popularity of white metals is also thanks to technological advancements. The refinement of platinum processing enabled the creation of more complex yet robust structures. Colored gemstones like emeralds, rubies, and sapphires often made a vibrant contrast with diamonds, which visually reinforced the Art Deco style's signature contrasting look. A major innovation of the era was the use of the invisible setting technique, particularly associated with Van Cleef and Arpels. This allowed the metal prongs holding the gemstones to remain hidden, enabling jewelry to appear as seamless, uninterrupted surfaces. Additionally, the technology for producing synthetic gemstones advanced during this time, particularly for emeralds, rubies, and sapphires, offering new opportunities for designers without requiring significant aesthetic compromises. In the Art Deco period, jewelry wasn't just for personal adornment, it also became functional. Cigarette cases, powder compacts, vanity mirrors, and wristwatches were often crafted with the same care and aesthetic refinement as traditional jewelry. These items reflected the lifestyle characteristics of the period and exemplified how applied arts were integrated into the everyday life of the modern individual. Leading jewelry houses and designers played a key role in shaping the visual identity of Art Deco. Under the leadership of Louis Cartier, the Cartier house incorporated exotic motifs alongside geometric forms, most notably in the Indian-inspired Tutti Frutti collection. Van Cleef and Arpels stood out not only for technological innovations, but also for refined aesthetic sensibility. The Boucheron house was known for its animal motifs and dynamic forms, while Tiffany & Company adapted European styles to the American market. The Italian house Bulgari introduced bold colors and more substantial forms. Special mention must be made of Raymond Templier, who favored pure geometric structure over ornamentation, and Jean Desprez, whose engineering background led him to incorporate industrial design elements into his jewelry. Boucheron, with its unique animal motifs and dynamic forms, while Tiffany & Company, adapting to the demands of the American market, yet following European tastes, contributed to the style's development. When it comes to dating them, Art Deco jewelry can be identified by several important characteristics. The geometric designs, the use of platinum or white gold, the presence of square-cut gemstones, as well as the invisible settings and the characteristic ornamentation all point to the hallmarks of the 1920s and 1930s. In addition, the manufacturer's marks, the metal hallmarks, and the unique techniques associated with the style also serve as important clues. The presence of functional jewelry, like decorated cigarette cases or powder boxes, also helps to determine the era. Original Art Deco pieces are still highly sought after by collectors today, and they often change hands for millions at auction houses. Many new jewelry designers find inspiration in the world of Art Deco, especially when it comes to geometric patterns, contrasting colors, and the choice of materials. Art Deco elements regularly reappear in the design of wedding and engagement rings, which shows that this style has remained relevant over the long term. Overall, Art Deco jewelry represents one of the most coherent and well-documented chapters in the history of jewelry and the applied arts. It is not merely an aesthetic category, but a complex cultural phenomenon that can only be fully understood within the historical, social, and technological context of the early 20th century. Studying Art Deco jewelry thus allows not only for a deeper understanding of the objects themselves, but also offers a lens through which to interpret an entire era. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep exploring the fascinating world of jewelry and art history with me, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You'll be the first to know when new, exciting content drops. Thanks so much for watching and spending time with me today. I truly appreciate it.